is Emin. Welcome back. It's Diana here. Who else would it be? I am back with another video, and today I am going to be answering a question that I get a lot, not only in the YouTube comments but also on the Facebook group that I created for you guys. You seem to ask this quite a bit, and I know that this is something that I also wondered before I moved here, and it is whether or not it is necessary to speak German or know German if you are moving or planning to live in Germany. And I know that there are a lot of opinions on this, and I'm sure that the Germans watching this video will say 1000% you need to learn German. But as an expat living here for the last 2 years, I can tell you that you will be okay if you do not speak German. So let me break it down for you guys. So the short answer is no, it is not necessary. The reason why is because if you are out and about, interacting with people, I would say 90% of the time people will speak English perfectly. The people who live here, who grew up here, they learn English in school. So they will be fluent, completely fluent here, and also they will have no accent either. Their English is absolutely amazing, so you will definitely not have any sort of issues interacting, I would say, with the majority of the population. And this is especially true if you are living in a big city. So I live in Berlin, there's so many expats here, so many different cultures, and just interacting day to day, I have no issues, speaking English and getting around the city. So I imagine that this is quite similar in other big cities like Munich, Hamburg, Frankfurt. I've been to these cities, not a big deal either. Now, the only times where you may have issues is if you are going to smaller cities. This is, of course, I think quite obvious. In smaller cities, maybe it's a much older population living there, and the emphasis of speaking English day to day is not that important. So if you're going to these smaller cities, you may have a harder time communicating with the people there. So that is definitely something to keep in mind if you are planning to move here. I would say the majority of you that I've interacted with or spoken to, you guys are planning to move to bigger cities or are currently living in the big cities. So you should not have an issue. Now, when it comes to jobs as well, there are so many jobs here that work with, American companies, the North American marketplace, the rest of Europe, and English seems to be the language that they operate in. I know for my company it's like that. For other people that I know who work at different companies across Germany, English tends to be the main language. Now, the only times really that I've had an issue with not knowing the language, and it's been somewhat of a barrier, is when I have to go to government offices, fill out government paperwork, perhaps go to the hospital, and if I have to communicate with people there, then it is much more difficult. I find that the older the generations get, the much more some things may get lost in translation. So that's really the only time I find it extremely stressful filling out these government documents and actually going to these offices, because I know that I will most likely have an issue with this. A good tip here is if you have a friend who speaks German, try to get them to come with you. I had someone come with me to my visa appointment who spoke German, and that really helped out so much in facilitating everything. So if you do need to deal with, government offices, visa extensions, even some medical situations, definitely bring along your German friend, because that can be super helpful. But as a general rule, you should not have an issue getting by on the day-to-day, even when it comes to finding a job, because like I said, there's so many companies that hire for English speaking roles, so you should not have an issue. Now, I am by no means saying that you should not learn the language or make an effort to learn the language. I know that it is extremely important, especially if you plan to live here for a longer term, maybe make this your permanent home, or you just want to start building your own life here, I think it is important because it's going to help you understand the culture, understand the customs. It can help you with communicating with people, just helping you feel more at home. You know, sometimes I feel super left out at work when a bunch of my German colleagues are speaking and I don't understand what they're saying and they're laughing about things. And I know that it's completely on me to learn and, you know, make the effort to learn the language, but that's for another time. So definitely make an effort. If you are planning to move here, honestly, sign yourself up for classes within the 1 month. If you wait any longer, you will procrastinate and delay it and, you know, make up excuses. That's what happened to me. That's what's happened to a lot of expats who have moved here. So if you really want to make an effort to learn and integrate yourself into the culture, just book your lesson, sign up for a course almost immediately, because then you'll still have that momentum and, you know, want to make the effort, and you'll still be excited about everything and not have, you know, as many excuses build up if you do wait a longer period of time. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. Of course, if you have any, let me know down below. That's how I feel. Again, I live in a big city that's full of expats where it's a younger population, so my experience may be different to you. If you do live in a different town, smaller towns, please leave your input and let me know how it is. Because I only know like a very small part of Germany and I've only lived in one place, so it is quite hard to give, you know, general guidelines for the whole country. So all of your input, all of your suggestions is always welcome. Please leave them down below, or feel free to join the Facebook group as well, where you can help out other expats who have questions and are excited to move to the country. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm very, very close to 21K, which is incredible. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for your support, sticking around, you know, watching my videos every week. It really means a lot. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that you have an awesome day, and I will chat to you all in my next one. Cheers!